Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? For those of you who may not know me, my name is Renarda Joy, and for the next 30 days, I have committed to giving you tools, tips, and insight for those of you that's new to real estate investing. Now, my mission is to shrink the intergenerational wealth gap through real estate investing, and I have been using this platform to sound the alarm. Now, if you're just joining us, we are on day 24. Yes, day 24. And I want to personally invite you to go back and listen to any of our previous conversations. And if you have any questions or if you've gotten any value, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Now, before we get started today, those of you who have been with me, I want to know who's here, where you're from, and what value have you gotten over the last couple of weeks. Hey, Rosalind, I always see you here. Thank you so much for the support. So today's conversation is a continuance from yesterday. And yes, if you listen to any of our conversations, a lot of them do build off of each other. So yesterday, we talked about some of the interpersonal skills that you need to have being an investor. And one of the skill sets that we mentioned was negotiation. Yes. Negotiation, remember, it's not a battle, it's a conversation. You should be working towards a win-win situation, right? It's not whoever barks the loudest wins. That's not how it works. And in real estate investing, you're going to always have different times that you're going to have to negotiate. Now, whether you outsource this to someone else or not, you still should have an idea of what negotiation looks like, right? You should know, what are you negotiating? What is the outcome that you're aiming for? What's the objective? Again, this is not a hobby. This is a business, so you have to be involved. Now, if I'm all the way honest, a lot of my friends and family, they say, wow, Renarda, she can sell an Eskimo and air conditioner. So the point is, if I can do it, you can do it. But it just takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight. So let me go over a couple of times in your real estate investing journey that you will need to negotiate. First, let's talk about the purchase price. I know that we're in a seller's market and, they're going to have their prices, and sometimes it's well above what it should be, because a lot of sellers, they have their houses listed based off of emotions. And I've said it before, houses, they sell for a lot of reasons, but emotion is not one of them. It could be the size, the location, maybe the schools, a lot of things, but never emotions. So the first thing you should do is, you guys know what I'm going to say, do your due diligence, right? Look at the comps in the area. Don't look at what's actively on the market, because again, that's going to be a lot of houses with sellers that have their houses priced based off of emotions. You want to look at what's sold, and you want to make sure you're looking at apples to apples. Well, what do you mean by that? I mean, if you're looking at a duplex, which is a 2-family, and you're looking at a 6-family, that's not comparing apples to apples. And dare I say, if the 2-family is in Florida, you shouldn't be looking in Delaware. It needs to be as close as possible for you to have an idea of what your offer should be, right? You need to know that information to know if it even fits your budget, because a lot of times the offers that the prices that are out there, they're well above your price range. So stay within your means, know exactly what you're working with. Hey, Leah, the next area that you can focus on for negotiation is closing costs. Closing costs is anywhere between 3 to 6% of the purchase price. Closing costs is on both ends. Both the buyer and the seller have a set of fees. It could be the attorney fees, the title company, recording it, maybe your lender. And speaking of lender, make sure you study every line by line, because sometimes they come up with these creative names to put together a fee. But again, everything's up for negotiation. You have to make sure you study everything that's being thrown at you. Don't just, okay, this is the fee. No, negotiate it. And when you're negotiating your closing fees, you can determine if somebody's going to pay all of the other side's closing fees or partial. Again, it's up for negotiation. The next area that you can negotiate is repairs. Yes. So I know we're in the seller's market and everybody's trying to be competitive and they want their offer to actually get accepted. So a lot of rookie investors, they're deciding to waive the inspection. Don't do it. Unless you're a contractor or your eye is trained to know what you're looking for, don't do it. You need to get the inspection. An inspector will come and they will do just that. They will inspect the property from top to bottom. They will go in the crawl space. They will go in that scary basement. They will check all of your mechanical systems, and then they will give you a report. Now, when you get that report, you can sit with your contractor to figure out, is there any way that you can get some value? What are some things that you didn't realize was going to be an issue? Is it something that's going to be an issue now, or is it going to be an issue later on? And then decide at that point, do you want to undergo this project, or do you want to go back and negotiate? Because yes, your offer has been accepted, but you still have grounds to negotiate. Maybe you didn't know that now you need to upgrade the electrical, and electrical could be maybe $5,000-$10,000. Do you have $5,000 to $10,000? Remember, stay within your budget. Understand you're going to have reoccurring expenses. And let's not talk about if your tenant one day can't pay rent, you're still on the hook. So you make sure you're not even spending your aside money, your reserve money that you should be putting on the side. So again, these are things that you have to take in consideration, but it is room for negotiation. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope it's giving you some value. And if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. We are on day 24. And I've been so excited about this journey with you guys. And if you're watching this outside of my Facebook business page, I invite you to come back and join me at renardajoylive.com. That's renardajoylive.com. Now understand, I don't want you to join for the likes. If you're just joining us, we are wrapping up day 24. I want you to join so that you can share it with somebody else. I really want us to change the narrative, right? I want us to change the trajectory of many generations, starting with your own. And in order to do that, we have to be armed with information, right? I like to create informed investors, what I call legacy setters. So if you're interested in this and you feel like somebody else can get value, hit the share button. I would love for you guys to invite some other people as we're winding down on the 30-day series. So again, if you're just joining us, please listen to this conversation and any of our other conversations. And if you got any questions or any value, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. EST. Have a good night.